Hold on. Hold on. Whoa. You're the one that got the question wrong. It's not my fault that I got
Okay.
it right.
All right. So there is that. But when I try and open, okay, we need Kai in here, and this will all fix.
We could get him in here probably.
I already messaged him a snap. He hasn't answered it.
Hmm. Is he playing the beta or no?
I don't know. He didn't answer me.
Let me. Okay, Discord, I need you to focus up here. I need you to lock in. Discord, I need you to lock in. There we go. Oh, holy hell. What is happening?
I pulled loose in here as a placeholder because it made the stream go back to correct.
Okay. I just need. Here, we'll do this. Is he? I don't even know if he's in here. Is he in this Discord?
I haven't seen him join yet. No.
This fucking bitch. He's not online. Yeah, he's not even on Discord right now. I don't think he's online at all. I don't think we have anybody. I think it's just us, bud.
Okay. Well, we've done it just us before. It's probably better this way. Well, not better this way. I like having guests, but we need to get
Yeah.
used to doing it solamente anyway.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 3 of the National Esports Weekly Spotlight. The main thing going on in our little sphere of the universe this week is the Modern Warfare 4 beta is up and people have got their hands on multiplayer for the first time. A couple of quick notes. There wasn't really any big melee events that happened over the weekend, so there's not a whole lot to talk about there. LCS Sentinels, after their upset against Lion, has gone on to win their, I think, both games of their Super Week, if I'm understanding this correctly, because they have 6 games and most of the rest of the field only has 4, which puts them at 4-2 to be second place in the division. Team Liquid is still 4-0. Shopify Rebellion, Cloud9, Lion are tied for third in the region at 3-1. You have FlyQuest at 2-4, Disguised Toast at 1-5, and then Dignitas rounding out the rear at 0-6. But that Sentinels team is showing some life here towards the end of the third split of the year.
Seems like it wasn't just a fluke beating Lions.
No, I mean, like I said, they've clawed back from being, I think they started out at 1-2 this week, if I'm, or it's either 1-2 or 2-2, and they are now 4-2, so they are, they're getting their act together. I need to go back and watch some of those games so I can see if they are looking like a strong team or if they're just putting up strong numbers.
Beating, like, yeah, just putting up strong numbers, playing consistent.
Yeah. But next week, I think, is going to be really the week that's going to be exciting to talk about. So I'm looking forward to doing like a league-centric episode next week. We've got a guest that's coming on for a league-centric episode next week.
Oh, my eye. My eye's killing me right now. I'm going to check real quick and check what the other esports at EWC ended in.
Yeah, because Counter-Strike should have been going on. Trackmania happened, I think, if I remember right, all through the end of this weekend.
Crossfire. So. Oh, okay. So hold on. Here is CS2. Do we want to just jump right into that?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't have it pulled up, so just read it out to us.
All right. So Team Spirit got first place, and they won 600,000. That is the team with, you can guess it, the MVP was Donk.
Okay, makes
Um,
sense.
yep. They won. They beat FUT Esports. They beat them 3-1. And then in third place was Legacy, fourth Furia, and then fifth through ninth, I think, or something like that, was Vitality, Falcons, Moose, and G2.
Okay.
So, not surprised. Donk winning EWC. It's kind of
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Um, Now let's move on to just run through real quick what happened with the other ones. Okay, here they are. So CS2, we got that. Trackmania, AGAL 1. They got $130,000. Liquid in second, Team Vitality in third. Fortnite, Big 1. Raven Sky something lost, and Aurora Gaming got third. First
Hmm.
place won 260,000.
Wow. That is big numbers
Crossfire.
for some small esports.
Crossfire has a bigger um, prize pool, has the same size prize pool as CS2. That's insane.
That is crazy.
But Crossfire, Baisha Gaming won with 750,000 to first place. Team Liquid in second, and Kings are in third. Wow, the first place team in Crossfire actually won more money than the first place team in Counter Strike
That's wild.
because
Because
there was half the participating teams.
I was gonna say with a T1 esport like Counter Strike, you would think that that would be one of the premier events of the EWC, and they would be.
But because of, oh, sorry, I wasn't trying to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You're good.
But because of AGAL winning in Trackmania, they now they won EWC with 6 total top threes
AGAL pulls in first place overall for EWC.
over Falcons. Yep.
Wow.
5,300 CC points for AGAL, 4,600 for Team Falcons. 2 wins for AGAL, 3 silvers and 1 bronze, where it was for Falcons it was 2 golds and 1 bronze.
Rip.
So
Um,
AGAL wins 7 million, Team Falcons wins 5 million, and Vitality wins 4.
Rip Falcons.
Yeah.
That's
Damn, the
still
top 7 got over a
millions.
million.
Yeah, millions of dollars is crazy.
Yeah, like Vitality for 4 million in third, Navi 3 million in fourth, Liquid 2 million in fifth, Spirit 1.4 in sixth, Virtus Pro 1.15 in seventh.
I would love to
And then
see
after that,
some other esports represented at EWC. I think that there's
oh, for
potential there
sure.
to like. You have Trackmania. You don't have Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's
Was
kind
there a
of, you have Fatal
StarCraft at
Fury,
EWC?
Apex, Fatal Fury, Valorant, Mobile something, Free Fire, Dota 2, League of Legends, TFT, PUBG, FC, Mobile Legends, Street
Yeah.
Fighter, mid-season Overwatch, Warzone, KWC, Tekken, Black Ops 7, R6, Chess, PUBG Mobile, Rocket League. No,
Yeah. You have Dota 2, but you don't have
PUBG
StarCraft.
Mobile. Yeah, and you have like these games like the Mobile Legends Mid-Season Cup. You have 2 events for Mobile Legends. You have Mobile Legends Winter Women's International and then Mobile Legends Mid-Season Cup. But you
So
don't have Smash or
I wonder if
StarCraft.
this is. I wonder if this. Well, I was gonna say. I was gonna say. I wonder if the developers have to pay EWC for their game to be featured, but like, who's the developer? Chess.
Right, who developed chess? I'm pretty sure they're dead.
I mean, I guess it could be chess.com.
Wait, hold on, Mike. I just looked at it.
FIDE?
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 prize pool. You want to know what the Black Ops 7 prize pool was?
Hold on, I haven't pulled up now. I can look.
1.8 million. You want to know the prize pool for Crossfire?
How
2
much?
million. PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile on a phone. The prize pool was 3 million.
That's wild. Yeah, this is their.
KWC, Honor of Kings, Arena of Valor. Don't know what that is. Prize pool 3 million.
I would love to understand if somebody at some point could give me some insight on how these things
Bro,
get
this mobile
funded and who decides what games go to EWC because
This Mobile Legends mid-season cup had a $3 million grand prize. The fucking name of the event is Mobile Legends Bang Bang MSC at EWC 26, and it was a $3 million prize pool. What?
Yeah. I am
AWC,
glad to
what is
see.
this?
I am glad to see like fighting games getting represented to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
Street Fighter showing up, Tekken showing up. I don't want the fighting game community to fall off, and I feel like as time goes on, those esports are being kind of left behind. I think that they are definitely more of a legacy style esport.
But
China
not
has a
many people are
large
getting into
influence on
fighting
those
games right
titles and a
now.
bigger following than you would believe. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. A lot of that is Asian supported probably because they are very big into
Yeah.
phone games. So I could see them being more popular elsewhere and us not being familiar with them. So we got to take it
Yeah.
at least with a little bit of a grain of salt.
Yeah, but you would think just like with all of the big esports that they're leaving out that are popular now, like worldwide.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
but is Call of Duty really popular worldwide? I
I mean,
mean,
you have players that are getting the league from Australia, from UK, from like German, like Russia, like Sweden, like
but think about
yeah, there's
historically. No, think about historically how many major events have been held outside of the U.S.
but I don't think historically matters with the recency bias, with how the fact of how with how much more they've traveled outside of the United States recently, and with how much more players from the outside the United States are being represented in the league because of how good they've gotten. It didn't help that back in the day, you saw a European team come up on the stage, and you're like, okay, they're gonna get slammed.
I mean, I guess
Like,
another thing that was pointed out is Saudi money in Fatal Fury, so it'll always get featured.
yeah, that makes sense because it's literally EWC is a Saudi company. Like,
Oh,
yeah, EWC. That's why there's so much money involved. That's why it's a $30 million in grant and total prizes, is because of the fact that it's a Saudi-run competition.
okay.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like they could add more. I mean,
I mean, there's always room to expand. It's just a matter of like the thing about Melee, and I brought this a little bit up a little bit during the first week that we did this. Melee basically doesn't have prize pools,
mhm.
like period. Like
Yeah,
if you take what a lot of people consider to be the best player of all time, he's been competing. Mango has been competing since 2009 and has been considered, if not the best player in the world, in the top 3 of best players in the world for 17 years.
yeah, one of the gods of Smash or whatever.
Yeah, he has a total tournament winnings lifetime of $320,000.
Wow.
The
Meanwhile, Call of Duty players are making that in a day
yeah
or
the
in a weekend.
the current best player in the world, Zayn Nagami, has been he's coming up on I think 10 years of competing at like the very top level and being in contention for tournaments. Maybe it's not that long. Maybe 2019.
It's
And
around there though.
it's speculated that he's made 180,000 in 9 years. So he's
Damn.
making $20,000 a year. And if you look at the list of first places, he's like if he attends a tournament, he's first or second period.
Yeah.
The largest Melee tournament winnings ever. Smash Summit 11 in July 2021. The total prize pool now to all the way down was 155,000, and that is the biggest tournament in Melee history. On average, Melee players are winning $3,000 or $4,000 if they're lucky for first place.
Yeah.
So going into a
Fuck it.
tournament,
Let's get Pokemon. Let's get Magic the Gathering. We have chess. Let's get Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's get those bitches in there.
hey, Pokemon's a real esport. You be nice.
That's what I'm saying. I'm being genuine. Like,
I don't know. I think that there's space for, and you have had different versions of this through time, and right now the closest that we have is EWC. But I do think that there's space in the industry for like an Olympics of esports,
because
where
the X Games did that for a while.
Well, but the X Games only really ever had like console games. You never. I mean,
Yeah, it
lack.
wasn't just a whole thing like or surrounding esports.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Lack
mean,
of
you have
Nintendo support.
skateboarding in the Olymp. You have fucking
Breakdancing. I'm
uh,
not saying that
right.
esports need to be at the
No, I
Olympics,
know, I
but
know. It's its own thing because it kind of needs its own thing because of how versed the category is. But if you have skateboarding in the Olympics, I mean, anything's possible. Like if you have breakdancing at the like what? If you could have an Australian breakdancing teacher lie her way into the Olympics, I think anything's possible.
they're trying to do that, but it just got pushed back to 2027 and is in debate as to whether or not it will happen. So I need to look into that because I am curious. So this is we're going off on a tangent a little bit, but what originally got me into esports period back when I was a tiny little guy in like middle school, there used to be a TV show on G4 where they would get groups of people together and they would do kind of basically the same thing that AT&T is doing now with the AT&T Showdown or whatever it is they call it, where they do the different they draft teams of 5 people and they do different esports every week for 4 weeks. They did it in
Hmm.
February, where you would
Okay.
get like a group of 5 people, but you wouldn't know what the games are, and then they would be like,
Yeah.
"All right, your team is playing against this team. This is the title. We need this many of you to play." And it would be stuff like this was back in 2008, 2009, 2010. It was like
Yeah.
Unreal Tournament or whatever the Street Fighter title was back then, and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Halo 3. Um, and I just think it would be, cool to do something a la Ludwig streamer games where you just get 5 people from every region
Yeah.
and you just like, all right, we're gonna do like an esports gauntlet for this many people. We've got 5 people. We're gonna do League of Legends. We're gonna do pick 4 and do COD. Pick 3 and do Rocket League. Pick 1 and do
Yeah.
StarCraft. Pick one.
So I just thought about this. They have FC 26 in EWC. Why don't they have the MCS, like Madden Championship Series, or the 2K, the 2K League?
Yeah, I'm just.
Like,
It's obvious to me from the outside looking in that their goal is not viewership because there are other
yeah,
esports they could choose that would get more viewership than what they're getting now for EWC. So I'm very curious as to what metrics they use to choose games, unless it
it's got to be a
is
political thing.
a political thing or just a financial thing. Yeah, if
Yeah.
these companies are pledging money so that EWC is not having to directly pay out of pocket for prize pools and stuff.
I'm assuming they probably pitch in something. That would make sense with how, I mean, can't all come from the EWC. Like it can't.
Yeah, I
Like
I wonder how much money EWC made because I mean, what they're I bet you they're not charging
broadcasting
entry
globally for like
fees.
a month.
Yeah.
Like,
Um, I think that's going to transition us into Black Ops 4 beta
beta.
talk. Or yeah, not Black Ops 4. Modern Warfare 4 beta talk. So.
I felt like I just time traveled. What the fuck? No,
um,
yeah, the MW4 beta, you haven't played it yet, which
I
is very
have not.
upsetting. And we tried earlier, but your shaders wouldn't load because your PC still sucks.
I mean, I have a 50
You
series
up
TI card and a
you upgraded
9080
it,
XT, but
but you
okay.
upgraded it to the same. You upgraded it, but like you went. "Eek."
Yeah, I'm gonna end up if our stuff starts doing well, I'm gonna end up buying a really really expensive graphics card, but we're not there yet. Um,
But I have played the beta. I've played a lot of the beta. I've played a lot of the beta. I've had a lot of fun on the beta. But I've also said every single time I've played the beta and somebody else has started playing the beta, you're gonna hate every second of your life, but you're gonna have so much fun doing it. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna be like, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't want to play this shit, but I can't stop. The movement and the TTK is very MW2, which makes me happy because that was my prime. So I'm hoping, maybe turn back the clock a little.
have you
That
heard
made me sound
any of
really
what?
old.
Have you heard any of what like the pro sentiment is on the game right now? I know I saw that.
Yes, actually, yes, I have.
Go ahead.
Um, Dashy was talking about it on the Optic podcast. I don't know, that might be what you've seen. I don't know if you've watched it recently. But he said that he was talking to a dev, and the dev was asking him questions, and the devs have always said that they listen to the pro players. They we listen to you guys, but it's always been a hey, what? Oh yeah, totally. But they're like on the phone doing something else, not really caring about what they're talking about. But this, like with the dev team of this game, it was like they were at pretty much every event last season for Black Ops 7. They were taking notes on what worked, what didn't, what needed improvements. Um, when they actually will go up to pros and ask, like at COD Next, they were going up to pros and asking them like actual questions about what they think about certain things, and they were taking like basically retain it like, yeah, I got you. We'll make sure we get on that and fix it. So that being said, competitively, I'm very excited. I
So
think it's going to be a very good competitive game, like the best we've had in a long time.
two questions from chat. Question number one: are there any server improvements? Question two: will competitive play see more than two weapon choices? So I want to address the two weapon choices thing first, which is I
I think
think
that's the biggest. I think that's the easiest answer. That's the easiest
yeah,
thing to answer.
that's always been self imposed. It's
Yeah,
never been a problem of
the game.
balance, yeah, or the game. It's pros are whiny and they're entitled, and so if they see something that makes them feel like they have less of an advantage, then they just all agree not to use it.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
I think that you could have had a healthy, probably a healthy three or four gun meta in Black Ops 7 and do two subs and two ARs that you had
I know
different
for sure
choices
you could have
of.
done two subs. For sure you could have done two. The Dravik could have stayed in. It could have.
But like
It would have been a good like flex gun.
my favorite meta during not in Black Ops 7, that was like one AR and one sub, rarely a sniper. But
No,
again, that
I
was
would agree
more
with the
from
AR because a lot of
GAs.
the ARs. No, the ARs in Black Ops 7, the M15 was the only balanced one. The MXR killed in 2 bullets, literally. The AK was way too powerful. Like every other gun was way too powerful in the AR category. The Maddox was close when it first got put in after the first nerf, but they just kept nerfing it. And then also pros when they never use DLC guns because they're not. It was added in the game after. For some reason, that just automatically means it's not allowed. Never gonna use it. Like,
Yeah.
but when the NPC got introduced, I mean, they left the Dravik in ranked. I think the Dravik would have been a really good flex gun because it was good at long range. It shot a little slower, so like really short range, you were a little at a disadvantage to the AR even. But like the NPC was really good short range to medium if you had good like recoil control. But once you got to that long range, the AR was outgunning you every time. That's why we switched.
Going back to talking Unk status for a minute, and chat will relate to this a little bit, I think. Um, but my favorite meta in all of competitive Call of Duty was the first couple of months of Call of Duty Ghosts. Because there was a while in the beginning of Ghosts, before everybody realized that the Vector was the best gun in the game and you just had four Vectors on the map, that you had people running the Remington, the R5, you had the MTAR on the field, you had the Vector on the field, there was one more AR, I think it was the M4, and you had,
Mm-hmm.
there were four different guns that you would see different combinations of depending on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And like
I feel
Black
like the
Ops
Honey Badger
2,
was one of the guns too.
Honey Badger was a DLC gun, it wasn't allowed back then.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
DLC no
It was
DLC
that
DLC.
would make sense. It was a paid DLC. You had to pay like
Oh, I
you had to
guess
pay like $3.99 for it. So
that's fair then.
um,
How the fuck did I have that? Never
I
mind.
don't
Go
know.
ahead.
But like even Black Ops 2 though, Black Ops 2 you had the MSMC, you
Mm-hmm.
had the
Well, Black Ops 2, everything was allowed.
yeah
Like literally, Optic played a team in Black Ops 2 that was using riot shields and shotguns.
okay. I mean I think that some stuff should be limited for competitive play, yes, but I think
Yeah,
that
but like,
diversity of guns. You had the M8, you had
yeah, and 94,
the A94, you had the FAL,
Scorp, the
the
Scorpion,
Scorpion, the
the
MSMC.
MP7.
Yeah, I think that having a variety of guns is good for the game.
Hmm.
And I think that they're actively hurting viewership by limiting what guns you see in competitive play by GAs.
Yeah. As for the server question, you mean the thing they break every update? The thing they make worse every update and never fix? Um, maybe. Next question.
um, as is every beta, from what I've seen, it looks like spawns are kind of wonky.
It's the worst that they've been since the CDL. Since I can remember, Mike. I'm
They're
not kidding you.
always they're always bad.
No, it's I mean
In the
I
beta,
promise
they're
you, Mike.
always bad.
You're gonna spawn in later and you are going to play and you're gonna be like, I just spawned literally at the same time inside this dude's asshole. I've spawned. Enemy dies, I die. We spawn literally touching each other. I've been in front of one time and I've been behind one time. It's
Are
a common
there
occurrence.
are there any objective game modes in the beta right now, or is it all just TDM?
Oh, it's all objectives. But it's not all objective. There's TDM, kill confirmed. I think free for all. Hard point, Dom. There's infiltration or something like that,
Is
where
that
it's
going to
like
be our third game mode for this year?
inflation. No.
What
And search is in the game already. Custom games aren't though.
have you played
Um,
any hardpoint maps? You're like this map actually flows kind of
There's
good.
only 4 maps. There's only 4 maps. I've played
Oh,
all of them. Cachete is the only good one. It's the only one good that for competitive play. The other ones are fun, but the only good one for competitive play. Rooftops, I could see it definitely, but Cachete is like the best map by far. Um, I will say all the maps are pretty small,
I mean,
so
I
like
like
it's
that.
definitely going to be a sub like the ISO. I think the ISO Nighthawk or whatever. That is the most powerful gun in the game currently.
We're gonna end up. It's a
It,
Modern Warfare game. We're gonna end up using M4s and MP5s all year because every
the
single
MP
Modern
MP
Warfare.
the MP5 is not in the game currently. Currently, the 3 subs you can use. One I think is if you bought the $100 version, but the 2 subs you get if you got the normal version is the ISO, which is the first one, and it's the best one, and then the PPSH.
Ooh,
PPSH is not good
that makes me
until you
sad
get
because
like
it's my
some
favorite
attachments
gun.
for it. Um, but I have a feeling that depending on the other guns that we get at full launch, as it stands right now, pros are going to be like, the ISO's too powerful, the ISO's too powerful, and they're going to be like, yeah, we're going to GA the ISO and we're going to use the PP.
I mean, I just know that every since Modern Warfare
It's
2019,
going to be the M4. It's
every
going to be the M4 for sure.
every Modern Warfare title, it's been the M4 and the MP5. And those are the only two
Scar,
guns that get
Scar
used.
and MW2. Scar and MW2 and the what was it last year or an MW3? It wasn't the M4. It was the chat. Help me. Somebody knows this. It wasn't the M4. I want to say it was the ACR, but it wasn't.
So they haven't used the name ACR since like the OG Modern Warfare 2. I don't think that the
Yeah, but
ACR is new in the
I
game.
don't. It wasn't the M4. I know that much.
I know
Um,
in Infinite Warfare it was the ICR.
yeah. But anyways, I they because the really realistically all the ARs that you can unlock are all really good. The burst one obviously is not going to be in the option because we don't use burst weapons anymore in pro play or competitive play in
Are they
general.
are they GH? Are they banned or did they just not get
We just
used?
never do. We just never use them. They just don't
That's
get used because
crazy that
most of the time they're really overpowered. And it's like
the
okay, but like the M8 was literally a one burst.
yeah, and
Like
the memories of watching the M8 gameplay is just so good. That's another gun that if you
yeah,
didn't say it already from Black Ops 2 that got used. Was
yeah,
the
they
OG
did.
M8.
But the other two ARs that you get, the M4 and the Hot or whatever the fuck it's called,
Hot. The Hot
HAUT or
Squaw.
something like that. They're both really good. They're both really good guns. The first one you unlock is the H1. I can't remember the name, but it's very similar to the N.E.W.S from Black Ops 6 or the kind. It's like a faster Krieg from Cold War.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's the ARs is going. I think the ARs have the best chance of being a multi like gun meta. The sub, I have no idea.
What worries me about you
I will
saying
say
that,
the sub. I will say the sub isn't so overpowered that it outguns the ARs. The ARs still will have a hard time gunning it, or the sub will have a hard time gunning anyone from long range. Still, it takes a lot more bullets, but anything medium to short range, the sub has an advantage as long as you can hit your shots.
I'm worried because you said that the maps were crazy, crazy small. I would hate for it to be another game where rotations don't matter, and in hardpoint you're just hitting the
They do.
hill.
They matter. They matter. They matter a ton. It's, at least so far, it seems like rotations matter. If because if you're not rotating, you're getting fucked. You're down 100 to nothing and like that because you didn't rotate once.
Well, it's just like back in the jetpack era, people didn't rotate because you could get to the hill so fast from spawn that
Yeah.
it was more efficient to get the scrap time and then just throw your face at the hill
Yeah, no.
every four and a half seconds.
The two maps that are like Cachette and rooftops. Cachette especially super rotation dependent, not one you can just bash your head in. Especially one of the hills is in a room where there's two windows you can enter in and two stairwells. That's it.
Okay.
And so that one you have to rotate for sure. There's one in the back, P2 in the back spawn, you pretty much have to rotate for. P3, P1, it's in the middle of the map. P1 you never have to really rotate for. P4, yeah, you kind of do, because it's just there is a lot of entrances. Um, and then rooftops, you have to rotate. It's a little bit, it's rooftops, it might be the biggest map in the beta. Um,
I know you promised
but
me
yeah,
going
I don't,
into it that it wasn't going to be crazy movement slidey around, and I've seen gameplay and it's crazy movement slidey around. It is not an
but
UNCOD,
it's
you
not omni
promised.
movement. It's not omni movement,
No,
and I've had the amount of times I've gotten screwed in a gunfight and lost because I would sprint and slide, and the other person is just like slow walking. Yeah. Okay. So yes and no. The movement is very similar to MW2 mixed with MW3. Um, but like I said, I think it's going to be the best competitive COD that we had in a while. I've said it ever since I floated in my first game. Casuals, it's not going to be a fun game for casuals. I don't know. I don't think. Unless you're playing ranked, I don't think you're going to have a fun time.
oh yeah.
Frangible bullets, Colt, I know called it Frangible Warfare 4 because right now, especially, if you don't have frangible bullets on your gun, what are you doing?
I don't even know what that word means. I'm
Because
gonna be honest with you.
frangible bullets are in every Modern Warfare game since MW19, and they are bullets that stun you. And in this game, they're the strongest they ever have ever been. You get hit with one of them, and you could be full sprint, full sprint. You are running, 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 running. Hit with a bullet, you're dead because you literally get hit with a bullet and you're frozen.
I mean,
You
I'm just
can't
saying, if I
turn,
got hit with
can't
a bullet in real
move.
life, I'd probably be frozen too.
No, if you got hit with a bullet in real life, you'd fall to the ground screaming in agony. You wouldn't freeze.
I wouldn't be
No,
sprinting anymore.
these military men just get hit with a bullet and then it's just, oh, I can't move. I can't move anymore. I can't turn. I can't do anything now. It's ridiculous. But it is such a fun beta. I'm having so much fun playing it, dude. It's so insane.
Good, good, good.
I really do think it's going to be a really fun competitive game next year. I have high hopes.
I hope so. I am skeptical on streaming it, but I will probably play it a lot, even if it's not on stream. So,
Well, especially with the what's it called? The devs, they were talking about the game and they were like, we have been paying, like we've been playing the game. We've been playing all like Black Ops 7. We've been learning ourselves. Like we know, we take this very seriously. We want to make this like really a fun experience for you. Like we are taking this, doing is our best job we possibly can on this. Multiple devs have said that. So like I don't know. I'm hopeful because especially with the contract for the CDL ending in a couple years, I just really hope that something happens.
I know the CDL contract thing is a horse that we have beat to death and then revived and then beat to death again. So,
I mean, it's a big topic,
it
and
is a big topic.
everything always comes back to it. but I don't know. And because this is tomorrow's the last day for the beta, and then the 28th through the 1st, I think, is like another beta,
Yeah, so we're
the
in
open beta.
yeah we're in early access beta right now, and then the next
Yeah,
round of gameplay will be open beta.
and that's next weekend,
Yes,
this weekend.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do with the updates from the early access to the open beta. I'm sure they've probably got a lot of stuff like lined up to just basically just hit enter and they're going in already on the as soon as the beta closes currently.
Right.
God, I hope so.
I just hope that there's more content added. You know, I remember back in the day when they would do like rounds of betas, and then every day of the beta they would give you access to like 10 more levels and like two more guns and
That's what they were supposed to do with this game. They were supposed to like you were supposed to unlock tac mask on day 2. You were supposed to do like it was supposed to you were supposed to be I think able to go up to like level 30 or 40.
yeah, and then they just gave up on it. They're like, never mind.
Yeah, they just were like, we'll just wait." I'm assuming the open beta you're going to be able to go to at least level 35.
Probably so. What is your take about it being removed from Game Pass? So that is a huge blow to me for sure, because as a rabid supporter of Game Pass and someone who says that it's the best $25 a month that I spend, the fact that I'm no longer getting to play COD through it, I'm going to have to drop the money on it and still keep Game Pass is hard. And I think that it's going to hurt the player count, but I don't think it's going to cripple the
I
game.
think it's going to benefit the game more than hurt it.
That's crazy. How can you possibly
You
say
want to know
that
why they're
that
doing that? Do you want to
why
know why they're doing that and
why is
why I
that?
think that? What has been the biggest complaint of every single Call of Duty player over the past, I don't know, since MW19, since Warzone?
The fact that they cater to casual players in the Warzone instead of cater to the competitive
Besides,
community.
okay, what's the other biggest complaint from
I
players,
I
even the
don't know.
casual players?
You tell me what is it?
Dude, this guy's fucking cheating.
Oh, you think it's gonna stop cheaters?
It's not going to stop them, but they're going to have to buy the game every single time they get banned
Chat says the biggest complaint
instead
is
of,
GAs, and I agree with them.
yeah, that's okay. Fuck, like, cheaters, cheaters. Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you. It's cheaters. Um,
I am so anti GA. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
but yeah, it's think about it right now. Game Pass is so much cheaper than the fucking game.
Okay.
You can get, especially if you're getting on PC, which most of these cheaters are, they're getting Game Pass on PC. You can get it for even way more cheaper than you would have to get it on console.
Okay.
And so they just get a Game Pass account, download the game, cheat, get banned, get a Game Pass account, download the game, cheat, get banned. It's just a constant cycle. Whereas now it's going to be buy the game. Do I cheat? Okay, yeah, I'm going to cheat, get banned. Fuck, I got to drop another $70 on this shit. While also most cheaters are paying like at least $50 a month, I'm assuming, for cheats. Because a lot, from what I've seen from like people who've looked up like these cheating websites, it's always been like a monthly subscription because it's constant updating cheat
I
for
don't
the
know.
good ones.
I don't. I agree with chat here. I don't know if I agree with the design philosophy of limiting potential players for the game instead of it just investing more in your anti cheat software.
Yeah, I mean that is true, but like at the end of the day, their CS2 CS:GO has been a game for how long?
I mean, Counter
2000.
Counter Strike's been around since like the '90s, I think. Chat
Yeah.
is gonna be able
Okay.
to tell
Yes.
me
Counter Strike.
when.
Yeah. It's been definitely in the 90s. Source for sure was 90s. Um, but they still have an issue with cheaters.
I don't think
Yes,
they.
their anti-cheat is really good, and so their cheating problem is like nowhere near what Call of Duty's is, but they still have cheaters.
But there are other games you can like. League doesn't have issues with cheaters at all, in my opinion. I don't. I can't speak to Valorant, but as far as scripting and actually going in and putting code into
But is
League of
that
Legends,
but is that more of a the the anti-cheat is really good, or more of how the fuck are you gonna cheat in League of Legends
there
compared to a shooter?
there are definitely ways that you could cheat in League of Legends. I mean, you could do cheat and get Fog of War, like you get vision, just like you can do wall hacks and COD, and it would
Oh,
have
yeah,
just as
I
big of
get.
an
Yeah, that's
impact.
true.
You could have a
That's true.
script that automatically makes it where all your skill shots hit because there are some things that you have to aim and pull the trigger on. Um, all
I
games will
guess,
have
yeah.
some level of cheaters, but I do think that there are other companies that are doing it better than any. And I
No,
think I don't even think that cheaters are the like anti-cheat is the biggest thing that Activision needs to look at. I think that I would be fine having a cheater in every fourth or fifth or sixth game if their net code was anywhere close to the level that Valve's was with Counter Strike. The tick rates of the servers between and just the smoothness and reliability of your connection in a game like Counter Strike or a game like Valorant compared to how archaic Call of Duty feels in comparison, I think is one of the biggest that
oh,
and
yeah, I was gonna say with that, the fact that like I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege and I can stream and I'll be on 9 ping. We're
yeah,
playing Rainbow Six Siege. And I'm playing COD and I can't stream because even when I'm not streaming, I'm on 50 ping and it spikes up to 130
yeah.
every 5 minutes.
I am in one of the largest cities in the country and I have fiber optic internet. I should not be getting 44 milliseconds ping to the closest server to me in 2026 on a first person shooter. If I were to
Yeah, I get
play
26 ping.
if I were to go play Counter Strike right now, I could open up a CS2 game and just jump into a game and I bet you I would be in single digits ping. League
Yeah.
of Legends, I get like 18 milliseconds of ping, and their servers are in the
I
center of
mean,
the country, I think.
I don't think you understand how crazy it is that when I play Rainbow Six Siege while streaming, I get 9 ping and sometimes I see 6 pings on games.
Yeah, no, I
Six
get
ping.
it. I do.
I'm on Wi-Fi. My router is in the basement. I'm on the second floor of the house. There
Oh,
is
that's kind of crazy.
floor, ceiling wall basically to the router with TVs going all day, like all that. And I
Yeah,
get 9 ping on Rainbow Six.
yeah. It is wild to me that it would not surprise me a bit if they were still using the back end netcode that they were using in 2012 for Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised they still don't have the one of the players in the game be the host. That might actually run better.
I mean, that was a thing for a long time.
Hmm. That's why I brought it up because in Black Ops 2, that's how it was. That's why
Yeah,
you mentioned Black Ops 2. I'm like, that's what it was. You literally, because that's why you'd get the host connection issue because the host would have dipped out, so it'd have to find a new host
yeah. Host migrating.
Yeah.
That was a thing into the jetpack CODs. They didn't start doing dedicated servers until like Cold War.
I think that might be the biggest issue. That might
Denny's.
be the issue is that they haven't done dedicated servers until like MW19 because I know they had them in MW19 for sure.
But it's such a prevalent industry standard that it seems like the information needed to be able to do it the right way would be readily available and it wouldn't be something they have to develop from the ground up on their own.
Right, but I also think that the games that have had dedicated servers for such a long time have had such an easier job, like time upgrading slowly, spending little to upgrade their servers, whereas as opposed to COD, who was like, okay, 2019, let's make dedicated servers.
I don't
Like,
know because like Counter Strike's been on 128 tick servers for like at least like what's it called? Not Face It, but they're it might be Face It, but they're like they have like a middle ground competitive
mhm,
series a la like CMG that you can join in.
yeah.
And those have been on 128 tick servers since like 2016 at least. Probably
Oh,
longer
is
than
it
that.
the ESEA or whatever, or is that
Uh,
just the league?
no, I'm talking about this is like built into their client.
Yeah, I know.
You remember back in World War II when you could do game
GBs, yeah,
battles? Yeah, game battles directly through
that was
the
an
app.
Infinite too.
Face It. Okay, I was right. It is Face It. Yeah, Face It's been on 128 tick servers for like 12, 14 years. And I think that it feels like, I don't know, I'd have to look, but it would not surprise me if Call of Duty servers are like 32 tick servers.
let me. I want to look that up because I'm pretty sure they are. Um, where's my mouse? Oh no, I don't want to look at Mike's face.
Wow. Okay.
I like
First
your
of all,
face, Mike, but I don't want to just stare at just your face.
COD server tick
You're gonna
rates.
beat me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're already beating me.
Um, COD servers vary. Standard 6v6 multiplayer generally runs at 60 hertz, so a 60 tick rate, while Warzone and large game modes like Ground War run significantly slower at 20 to 24 hertz, so 20 to 24 tick rate.
You have one of the biggest games in the world with Call of Duty Warzone, and you're on a 20 tick rate server.
Mm-hmm.
20.
2-0.
What are we doing? Billion-dollar company, AAA title, can't figure out how to make a proper fucking server. What are we doing? Just hit up Ubisoft. Like, it can't be that hard. Like, is it something to do with how big the player base is? It can't be because CS2 has to have a bigger player base.
Mm-mm. No, it is just the. I've had issues with it forever, and it was part of why I quit buying the game. Up until Black Ops 7, it has not been dedicated servers, Blade says. It's got to just be money to spend to because servers are basically big computers. You know
Yeah,
and so the better hardware implementing into the computer, the more efficiently it's going to be able to process information, the faster it can run.
right.
So it's just their unwillingness to go in and upgrade their server farms to be able to handle faster refresh rates.
Do they want to be a company? Do they want to continue making games?
They want to continue making money. They don't really care about making games.
Okay, but in order to make money, you need to make games, right?
Um,
Microsoft bought out Activision. I know Bill Gates, even though he might be, is he alive? He barely.
Bill Gates is alive,
I know
yes.
he still wants to make money.
And I thought that Activision was co-owned by Blizzard. I didn't think that that merger with Microsoft went through.
Yeah, it did. They bought out Activision.
Yeah, it's
I think
crazy.
they bought out Activision and Blizzard at this like because I think Blizzard was owned by Activision already. But
Yeah,
it's just like, how do you not just shell out the money one time to make 128 tick servers? Net, you don't have to worry about it for a long time, just maintenance.
they did buy both
And
from me.
then
Thank you.
and then you literally nobody's gonna complain about your servers ever again.
And
It can't be that hard.
I'm honestly, I looked it up. I'm honestly surprised that Counter Strike is still running at 128 tick because you would think, as long as they've been at 128, that Valve would want
There's
to
got to be
go
some
through.
matter.
Yeah, that they would have upped it to like a 240 tick because I get the feeling that's. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess it would be 256, but
that's
they
what I was thinking. Yeah,
they seem to. They're also kind of following like refresh rates for monitors, and so
yeah. So
240 would
probably
be
240, which
yeah.
they probably do that on purpose because of the fact that they know what the monitors can produce.
128 spots. 128 is the sweet spot for CS. It seems like one of those things where the bigger the number, the better off you'll be
No,
at
I could
bouncing on.
understand that because I feel like once you start reaching like too high of a refresh rate or too high of a server tick, you start running into glitches.
Could you imagine? No, that can't be right because all you're doing is you're getting closer to a LAN environment. And that's what I was gonna say. Could you imagine playing Call of Duty online and having LAN connection the entire time?
Yeah.
That would just be. It would be so
Well, and Call of
good
Duty can
for
handle
the
more than
sport.
CS. There's no way that Call of Duty can't handle more than CS as a game on for the tick rate. So why can't Call of Duty be at
The
240 tick
return is
rate?
not worth the
Like,
difference. That's what
not
Chad
only
said.
that, there's no way it's not. Because when your top streamers are playing the game and experiencing lag when they have the best internet that money can buy, and they live in the cities that the servers are in. Not only that, but they also got rid of servers.
Yeah, I just
Because last year there was a server in Utah. Last year there was a server in Salt Lake, and there isn't anymore. It's
you
just
don't
LA.
you don't ever see other major esports complaining about online versus LAN. You just don't.
Nope.
Like
Because
Counter
COD is the
Strike,
only one that has that big of a fucking difference.
yeah, Counter Strike has like 7 or 8 leagues going at a time that all of their top teams are competing in because they don't have to travel for it. They're just playing online.
Yeah.
League online competition has never been an issue. Like, I think StarCraft is the only game I could think of that may have problems because the game is so.
Old.
No, it's so input dependent. It has nothing to do with age.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you've got freaking StarCraft players that are averaging 300 inputs a second or 300 inputs a minute. I mean,
What?
um,
I don't know how you play. I don't know how StarCraft works, so I don't know what that meant.
I can show you really quick. Let's use my fancy new other thing. Ta-da! Oh god, I broke it. Chat, you're gonna have to deal with that for a
Of course
second.
you did.
That's a little bit better, but it's still not great. Oh, why is it showing? No, you're supposed to be properties. This one. Okie dokie.
I'm gonna get my energy drink. I'm gonna show it to you because it's cool as fuck and it sounds delicious.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, this is back, and I could not be happier. Witch's Brew Alani. You can't really see it because of everything going on. Witch's Brew Alani, greatest thing ever made. So fucking good. Alani, if you want to sponsor me and send me a case of these, that'd be awesome.
All right, I'm streaming to you, which is gonna mess
Okay.
up the cameras in the chat even more. But I
Yeah.
also have this pulled up so the
But then
chat can see
also,
it.
this is what I got, and I'm gonna drink right now.
Nice.
Sunny D energy
Sunny
drink.
D.
Love me some
Okay,
Sunny D.
so
Okay.
this is a professional StarCraft 2 match that this guy is playing in and he's streaming. And he's going to be controlling his base and also maneuvering 3 armies around the map at the same time. And you can tell what
Oh.
he has selected by you looking at the stream.
Yeah.
You see, these are the units he has selected.
The bottom middle.
Yeah. So
I can't see. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
as this clip plays, you're gonna see that change, and every time it changes, it's because he's pressing a button.
Oh no. Am I about to be like overstimulated? Oh God. Oh God. Oh my, oh my God. Oh good Lord. What the fuck? Yeah, you'd never catch me playing this game.
I've tried. It's really, really hard.
What is
I want to point out. I'm gonna
happening?
pause it for just a second. Hold on. I'm gonna go.
Is this like a 1v1?
Yes.
Is this like 1v1 league?
No, it's
Almost.
StarCraft. It's a base builder.
Well, no shit, Sherlock, but I'm looking at the mini map in the bottom left, and I know it's like
Nope.
but it's a one.
It is a 1v1. Yes. Okay. So
Okay.
as this is going on, he has the mental bandwidth that he's selecting buildings and starting units building again. So you see at the bottom of the screen,
Wait,
that is his
he is?
starport. Yeah. The bottom of the screen, that is his starport right now, where he is queuing up medevacs to build. And then we're gonna go a little bit further, and he's also got all of his barracks selected. So that right there, he is building more units to farm resources with in the middle of microing 3 fights. And then those are all his barracks where he's queuing up more Marines. Yeah. So he averages 400 actions per minute, which is working out to like 7 actions a second through the game.
I, my, Mike, I, I have ADHD and I can't follow that.
It's tough. I love watching StarCraft content, but I could never do it myself.
Why? You never understand anything they're doing. How do you follow that? How do you do that? Mm. I'm going through an existential crisis over here. I don't. Maybe that's why they don't have it at EWC because who the fuck can follow that?
It is probably, if not the longest running esport in general, it is second to Counter Strike if I had to guess. As far as just total length of time, because the scene never went away from all the way from back in Brood War. Brood War was doing modern style majors with crowds and stages and interviews like what we have now back in like 2001, 2000, 1999.
On what TV? They have their own website?
In Korea,
Was there a website possibly made? Could they
maybe.
make a website?
They probably could. There forums back then.
My mind, I don't. Can we move on? I can't. I don't. My mind can't handle any more of
That's
this.
okay. Wait till you find out how fast Melee is. Because Melee is slower than StarCraft, but not by a whole lot.
Yeah, I already know. I tried playing you and Ken in Melee, and I'm just like, I can't even keep up with what I'm doing.
I
What
just
the
go
fuck are you doing?
I go back to the how fast is Melee video every time.
Anyways, basically to wrap up because we this somehow spiraled from MW4 beta talk.
To
Oh,
why does
dedicated
Activision
servers
hate
to
servers? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So basically, basic gist of the beta. Really fun. You're gonna want to die in game, of course, in game. But you're gonna have a lot of fun while feeling like that. Um, Probably gonna be a really, hopefully, really good competitive game. I hope and pray that at some point within the next year or two, I hope at some point this year, but low hopes for that. They fix the servers or up just make them better, do something. And three, probably not going to be the most fun casual game, which I don't really care about, but
I mean, it's we do this like seesaw teeter totter thing every other year where we have a really good game for casuals, which gets people interested in the esports scene. So they make the game more esports focused, but then it pushes all the
which
casuals
then
out, and it sells really poorly, and so we seesaw back to casual, and so we're just doing the seesaw right
I
now.
don't see this one selling very poorly though. I really don't. Because I think it's a very common feeling that everyone's having fun in this game, but everyone feels the same way of I hate my life, but I'm having fun while doing it.
Right.
But I think it's going to do very well at launch. How long that lasts, I don't know. But at launch, I think it's going to do really well.
Okay. Well, if that's gonna wrap us up, then I think the last thing I want to say is we have a community Discord now. Link will be in the
Yes.
description on YouTube. Link is underneath my face on the Twitch channel. And part of that is we are hosting tournaments every Tuesday, Tournament Tuesdays. Picking different esports titles that we have an interest in, that the community has an interest in, running tournaments with cash prizes. This week is Black Ops 7. Next week, League of Legends 1v1s. The following week, we're doing Valorant 1v1s. Week after that, we're doing College Football 27. We're doing some community polls for other games people may be interested in.
If
Every
we're going to do
tournament,
college, we should probably do Madden too.
probably.
But anyways, go ahead.
Every tournament will have a cash prize. Signups end midnight on Mondays. So if you're not already in the Discord and you are live in the Twitch chat right now, join the Discord. Sign up for the tournament. We fire off at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays, and that should be going from now to the end of time to the heat death of the universe.
Even if you don't think you're good enough to win the prize, one, the tournament's going to be fun because if it's a game I don't play, I will be with Mike casting,
Two, it's
um,
free.
hosting. 2, it's free entry, so why not? 3, if you watch Mike's videos on YouTube, I'm the one that edits those. And with these tournament style videos, I plan to edit it where we go match to match and we edit in one kind of longer form video for each week. And each person, like your name will be on the screen, and yeah. So if you want to be in a video, basically.
4, if these are games that interest you and you want to get better, this is a good way to meet people to play with, because surrounding yourself by people who are trying to improve is the best way to improve in anything, esports or otherwise. So you're joining a group of like-minded individuals who all want to see each other get better so that the competition can progress. But
And
with
it's a cool
that,
place to make friends.
yeah, and it's a cool place to make friends. I happen to know some of the people in there, and they're all great people, except for Diz, but Diz is in there too. I'm just kidding. But with
I'm gonna
that,
raise my rates now.
with that, I think we're going to end it here. Thank you all for joining us for this episode of the news. I look forward to see you guys next week. We're going to have a little bit more of a League of Legends centric episode to go with the League of Legends Tournament Tuesdays the following day and Super Week in the LCS. So
And I'm gonna make it my mission to have a wild take next week on LCS. Just something
Okay.
crazy.
I hope you get your PC, because if so, you're playing the League of Legends tournament next week. Have a great night,
Just since I'm out
everybody.
of town all week.